Greetings, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy insightful Sunday. Here we are in November now. Yay! November 2nd. So, my goodness, time is just moving right on by, or whatever we're calling time. Whatever all this is, we are moving along nicely now. Actually, now it's, we have been for this whole it has been for a while, let me just say that, moving right along. And that's a great thing, too, when I say, now, is that's what we really need to stay is right here in the now. And that's where everything happens, right here in the now. And so that's what we need to stay focused on. And so, yes. All right, hold on just one moment. I think I'm just some crazy things are going on the computer. Woohoo! All right, there we go. Now I can see everyone. Just we are streaming live to Rumble, to X, BitChute, YouTube, and my LinkedIn. My personal LinkedIn is Tiffany White Sage Woman, where you can find me there. All the other platforms are under Goldylocks Productions, and that's Goldylocks with a Y. And if you would like to check out my website and find out a little bit more about me and my services, you can do so by going to whitesagewoman.com, WHITESAGEWOMAN.com, whitesagewoman.com. And I'm spelling it out because we do have a huge audio listening platform as well. So we are just welcoming everyone, listeners and viewers. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just see, we've got over in the Rumble live chat, we have Jill and Roy. Hi, Patty and Wendy and Ruth. Oh, yay. And Patty, I've got to send you an email. I've been all day trying to send you something and a video. So I haven't forgotten about you. It's just, it's been really, the last 3 days actually has just been topsy-turvy. It's just been upside down. Anyway, hello over here on YouTube. We have Richard. Big bear hug to you too. And Robert. So, and this is a very interactive show. So I would encourage you to please, share, put your comments in the comment section. You can ask questions if you want to ask some questions. Oh, hello, Aleph, Music Life 2025 over on Rumble live chat is Aleph. So hello, welcome everyone. Yay! And speaking of Aleph, her show Musical Life. If you didn't catch her show that she had on Thursday, I suggest that you do. Check out her shows that she has had so far in the archives. She is going to take a brief hiatus, a little break for the rest of the year, and her show will return in January 2026. Now, I know a lot of people might think that's a long time, but it really is not. She was having shows every other week, so let's think 2 shows in November and then 1 show in December. We're only missing 3 shows. That's what you tried to tell everyone. It was like, aw, you're only missing 3 of her shows because we go on our big Christmas break. Remember, the middle of December. We always have like the last 2 weeks off of December, or sometimes it's a week in December, a week in January. It just depends how Christmas falls, how the holy days fall. Okay, so it's something that's much needed for her hiatus, and that's what she's going to do. And I respect that. We should all respect when someone needs to take that rest, and I feel like we all need to do that. However that works out for you in one way, shape, or form, with the energies amping up. So hello, Carol Ann, over on YouTube. Yay! Hello, Carol Ann. So, my pleasure, of course, Aleph. So, because, just don't try to push through. So even like this morning, I woke up not feeling very well. I actually started feeling it last night. And so I woke up this morning, feel, the dizziness again. And that's what I've been feeling off and on all weekend. And so it's dizziness and just the nausea that comes with that. Oh, that's so fun. Not, just trying to navigate through. And it's just like, oh, and it's not sinuses. It's not, I know exactly what it is, you know. So, I know what it was, and it's just okay. Let's just get through this. And strange. You can have body aches one day, and then like yesterday, and then there wasn't anything today. I was fine, as far as body aches go. Which I'm glad that it wasn't, a whole bunch of layers of things. At least it kind of shifts and changes. But I really sat there this morning. It took me like a couple of hours just to kind of, I felt like I was in a coma for like 2 to 3 hours, just like sitting here, just like, well, not sitting here, but, just being very gentle with myself, not pushing. And I was like, my show's tonight. I have the whole day. Let me just see how I feel, and just, yeah, purge, just relax, just do whatever I need to do. Stop and think, deep breathing. And so, that's so I was like, all right. I was doing all of that, pulling all of my little tools out of the spiritual toolbox, right? Let's implement them. And so I did was able to navigate things. And I, with my guidance team, with my higher self and my guidance team, I put it out there. Hey, if you want me to have a show, if I'm going to feel better, just start giving me thanks. They know what to do. Just start, and I'll start journaling or writing. I've been doing it all week. When they give me something else to do, I have a show journal, and I'll just start writing in it. And so then more things were coming in, and I'm like, okay, that's great. Then I'll have my show. And I was like, and I honor myself. I'll honor my body. If I'm not can't handle it, I won't do it. And of course, our guidance team is going to honor that as well. But they're like, you're going to be okay, and you'll be able to do your show. And especially since I didn't have one last week, so I missed y'all last week. Um, so yeah. All right, let me respond to this. Richard, I thought Laura was 2 Tuesdays a month, and Aleph switched to 2 Thursdays last month, I think it was. Yeah, so she switched to every other. All right, not just to Laura's 2, and it doesn't have to be every other for Laura's Angels and Healing Light show on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. on 2 Tuesdays a month. Now, in October, she only had one show because she had work obligations, but it should be able to get back to 2 shows, 2 shows a month for Laura on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And Aleph was every other Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so, and we'll see what Ayla feels like when she comes back on January, if she wants to do every week or stick with every other week. So, we'll see what how she feels, and she'll let us know. So let me see. Oh wow, we got some comments over here. I got to catch up over on Rumble. Yeah, everyone's quite chatty. I love that. Let's see. Ding 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 ding. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hello, Robin. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. Hello, Maureen. Yeah, it is purging time, that's for sure. In every way, since mind, body, soul. Yeah, I said Laura Romero. Yay! Angels and Healing Light. Let's see, Maureen. I had a migraine yesterday and some today. Yeah. If I had dizzy spells when I laid down, they're gone now. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. And I said, Wendy. Okay, great. Yay. I caught up with everyone. So, yeah, we're all feeling it in one way, shape, or form. And so we just have to be gentle with ourselves. And I know when I said show notes, I do want to show you that we do have, it's fairly new. the Goldylocks Productions show notes. A notebook. Look how this is. This is the back. Look how thick that is. See, and it is lined pages. All right. And this is fairly new, and you can find this on now. I know it can be a little confusing because Goldylocks Productions has 3 shops, 3 different types of shops. But this particular one you can find. This is on the, let me find the link here for that one. And the shop link. Okay, well you can, nope, I want to give you the specific one. And I think I just have the general to go to the website, but I don't want to send you to the website. Oh, here it is. Look, right in front of my face. All right. So the new show journal product for taking notes from our shows, you can check it out. It's on printerstudio.com. Go to www.printerstudio.com/sell/Goldylocks Productions. But if you just go on to printerstudio.com and search for Goldylocks Productions with a Y, it should take you to the shop. And we have other things there too. So check it out, So this way, on other shows and even the spiritual message circles, when you're getting your messages, I know you can go back and do the replay, but you can also write them down so it'd be easier to refer to in the future of like, oh, hey, I'm just going to write this down, right? So just putting that out there for you guys. And what I can do too is just take this link here and copy it, and I will put it in the chat. So if you would like to do that, you can go there and order it. They make great gifts too. We got the holidays coming on, and yeah, I'm putting the link in now. Got the holidays coming up. They make great gifts for yourself, for others. So there's the link. Let's see. Joe goes, I use 2-piece paper. I should get one. Can you throw the link? Yes, exactly. There you go. You should be able to click on that. Get out of my head. I know, right? Well, it's a heart-to-heart connection, my dear. So there you go. So you should be able to click right on that link, or you can copy paste it, click the link, bookmark it, whatever you need to do. There we go. Now we got that covered. So, all right. Now let's get into this. Let's do some talking here. And again, if you have any questions, a lot's been going on since I had my show last. If you have any questions, let's chat. I'm trying to say chat and talk at the same time. Let's talk. Anyway. Oh, Laura, I really like this journal. I use mine to keep notes on readings. Wonderful, wonderful. And because you are a show host, Laura, you could also make notes for your own show. But you don't need to do that because you're just, you don't need to do that. But you could. Anyway, all right. Because she gives wonderful messages from the angels, from the holy angels. She has a beautiful divine team around her. And so all the shows and show hosts are just amazing. Absolutely. Okay, so I know you've heard, we've heard a lot in the news. Whether it's fake news, mainstream media, or, and now there's a lot of Patriot news. There's just so much information that's coming out now. And so you've probably heard that Trump, the commander-in-chief, has told the Pentagon to immediately start nuclear weapons tests like other countries are. So don't panic over this. Don't panic. We are all aware of the low octave, low frequency aspects of nuclear weapons. Do you know there's a higher aspect to them too? A high octave that means that there's something good you can do with it, not just bad. So the deep state are the ones that used to be in control. They're not in control anymore. They're losing They have lost, but they're grip every day. So we're taking good things and always making them bad. How can they use them against us? How can they use them to their advantage? Well, they don't create anything. Remember that evil can't create because you need light. You need a consciousness, well, a light consciousness, source consciousness, in order to be able to create. So everything that the evil that exists has been our creations flip-flopped, inverted, upside down, scrambled, whatever they've done just to create havoc and then try to say that that's their creation. No, no. So the high octave is the high frequency, low octave is the low frequency of anything, of any being, of any type of energy and frequency. The highs and lows, the yin and the yang. And I really wouldn't compare yin and yang to high and low. Okay. Anyway, but the high octave, the high frequency of nuclear. Do you know that propulsion would come from highly pressurized mercury accelerated by nuclear energy? A plasma is produced which creates an anti-gravity field. Anti-gravity. And this was via www.researchgate.net. That little information there. So, plasma, did you recognize? Plasma, and it creates anti-gravity fields. The technology that has been suppressed from us. So, and kept from us. The military is 300 to 400 years ahead technology-wise. And of course, they want to get us all caught up to where we need to be. And, we've heard about it. Whether it's in sci-fi movies, cartoons like the Jetsons, flying around in anti-gravity vehicles, that's not a fantasy and a fiction. This is our future. All right. And so let's see, Wendy. Yes, Valiant Thor said all the nuclear weapons have been disarmed by the Galactic Alliance. Oh yeah, they have been for a long time. After World War II, I think what happened with Japan, they said no more. And it's not just us here, it's our galactic sisters and brothers, because everything happens. What happens here ripples effects to other frequencies, to other dimensions, to other universes. And it actually opened up, because there's so many portals and stargates here, that if something happens here, it happens elsewhere. So it caused a lot of destruction elsewhere as well. And so absolutely, they're coming in to a lot of us don't even know what decisions are being made. We're not even being part of it. They're not, so no, we had these very bad evil people making decisions for everyone else, because they didn't care about anyone else's opinions. It was just what they wanted. Hurt, harm, they don't care. They would have blown the planet up if they hadn't been stopped. I'm just saying that, there's consequences always for every action. And so absolutely, it's not just God, source, and us. There is a whole portion they have left out, which is ETs, which is our galactic family. And absolutely, they're going to step in. They're going to step in, and because natural law has been violated, God's law has been violated, and to prevent further damage. And they have disarmed. There was a great show on, I think it was History Channel, or I can't remember where it was, but it was called Hangar One. And there was a lot of stories on there, and about how information now from World War II is being declassified. But there was a lot of reports about how these battleships would see ETs over them, and they would literally show them how they could disarm them, and their guns would be ready to go, and how they would just shut everything down, and their guns would go down, like just disarm just shut everything down. They showed them what they could do. And then, of course, their commanding officers was like, you can't talk about this, But that was then, and this is now. And now they're all around for us to see. They're definitely not hiding their presence anymore. All right. But absolutely, they have to protect all the people from the evil ones who don't care. And this has been repeated patterns all the way from Atlantean times, when Atlantean attacked Lemuria, and would just, so no more pattern repeating. We're done now with all of that, and we're moving forward. So absolutely, they did that. Okay, and so those who may think, oh no, we have missiles, yeah, but they may be empty. They don't have the power that you think they do. All right, it's probably just an empty shell, but it's not going to do much damage. Or any type of the weapons like that. All right, let me go back and catch some of these. Oh, that's a great, yeah, Aleph goes, is this by any chance connected to the Golden Dome, right? So what's interesting, who remembers in Men in Black, they had the ArcNet, right? The ArcNet that protected the Earth. Remember that for Men in Black? Is the ArcNet and the Golden Dome the same thing? So is the Golden Dome per countries? First let's do it this country, but you don't need to protect against each other. If we all come together, then we expand that dome to encompass the whole planet. Interesting. Let's just see where that goes. Laura, I sat vigil for a dying lady last night, volunteering for hospice. It was the first time I've done that for non-family, and am surprised to feel more unsettled today than I expected to. Oh, Laura, that I know you do a lot of hospice work. Well, lots of love to you, surrounding you with lots of hugs and love, and just yes. It's the first time you didn't do it for a non-family and feel more unsettled. Work through that. Make sure that you know what to do. You've done this before, but just know that we're with you. We're with you, hon. Let's see, Wendy. I used to do vigils when I volunteered for hospice. I felt great after that. I could help. Oh yeah, Aleph. Or holding space for someone transitioning is special. I have done it a couple of times myself for non-family. Self-care after is important. Yeah, exactly. It is. All right, and so then let's get back to, that's what she saw, a global golden dome. Yes, exactly. So let's see, Robert. My grandfather was on Admiral Halsey's staff as chief. Oh yeah, bosun mate. Records were greatly blocked out. Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So it's it's fascinating. We have all that information. Or it's how it's coming out. Absolutely. All right. So we don't have to, we're at a great time, a great space. We don't have to transition in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, because we already have the keys to the kingdom of heaven, the Christ, Sophia Christos, already within us, the heaven being 5D and above, which 5D being in that Christ, Sophia consciousness, the Christ, the Christos. These keys are activated when we raise our vibration and our frequency. That sound reveals the keys, and the keys codes within us. Remember who you divinely are. Remember who you are. And we feel a lot of this. Everything that's happening right now, Whether it's the sound is a vibration. The sound is a frequency, it's a vibration, and it is literally activating our keys, reminding us of who we are. All right. Benevolent beings are assisting us, but they need us to be in alignment and conscious participants. We need to be balanced as much as possible. We need to be in alignment and conscious, aware and conscious of what's happening. No one's going to come save us. We all have to work together. Okay. Let's see, Wendy. I heard him talk about a golden dome. I thought he was talking about his hair. Oh my God, Wendy. That was great. Thank you. We needed that laugh. I thought he was talking about his hair. Right? No. Anyway. Oh, that was great. Oh, Wendy. All right. So now I know so many people in the I've heard about this 3-eye atlas that I feel that they are over talking about. Not really. As long as they're keeping it on a very balanced presentation, that's beautiful. Um, there's nothing to be fearful over. So there is this, and it's interesting that NASA wouldn't even release some of the pictures, and then it was other countries' space programs that were slipping out, releasing the images, and it's like, I think it's beautiful, huge, round in shape with a bunch of lights on it, craft and arc, and it's there's nothing to be fearful over. All right. Have no fear. This isn't a sci-fi movie. All right. There are more benevolent cosmic family in the sky than the very little negative ones that are left. The negative ones they're being downed, so to speak. Their arcs, their ships are crashing and they're being captured. There's very little left. A majority of them were removed from here in 2021. All right. So, and then of course there's the, just cleaning up, making sure you get rid of them all. So the advice, okay. the advice is don't go out there, everyone that has guns, please don't go out there and start shooting, or even going out and yelling mean, hateful words and energies to these beautiful beings in the sky. They will defend themselves, giving you what you're giving. So we're giving you what they are receiving, giving you what you are giving. So if you want to not even try to engage with them in a nice, peaceful way, and you just want to kill them, and they protect themselves and hurt you, well, you asked for that. That's exactly it. It's like responding to like. So what we need to do is not be fearful. Don't be fearful. They're not here. They could have. We've already, the ones who fell, the last, the fallen ones, the fallen controllers, were very close from blowing us all up. This is not that case. This is not that scenario. All right. They are here too. This earth is a jewel. This planet, this biosphere, this realm, Earth, Tara, Gaia, and beyond, because she's going to keep expanding, keep ascending, as we all are. This is a jewel of the whole universe. Do you realize that? Pat yourself on the back for being here. But don't shoot at them. Don't be mean towards them. Why are they here? They're here because they know our worth. They know our worth. They know we've been lied to. They know that our free will has been violated. Do you know that? Do you know your self-worth? Remember your divinity. Remember. Okay? Let me see. Robin says, my guides told me it is helping us with our vibrational energy field on the planet, cleaning up dark energy. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. That's right. They have technologies far greater than any weapons, any gun. Oh, sure. Well, yeah, yeah. Wendy, I really hope we don't have idiots in the cities like people are saying. I remember the 60s race riots. Well, fear does make people do crazy things. And that's why there is this no, don't be fearful. Don't be fearful at all. Just to stay in this space. I feel though too, a lot of people at this time are ready. More ready than ever before in accepting of, oh hey, there's ETs. They're not coming in shooting right, they're not coming in like that. Just be at peace. Be at peace. All right. So our sun, and we'll talk about like these sun flares and things coming off the sun. Our sun is tied to the great central sun. All the suns and all the solar systems, the multiverse, all the suns are connected to the great central sun, aka otherwise known as the seed of God source. So the solar flares and the sunbursts are bursts of higher consciousness and energy that is saturating this solar system, this planet, this realm, and all beings here. It isn't just light that's coming in, okay? To get that, it's not just light coming in. It's consciousness and it's energy, this high frequency energy that's coming in. It's the Christos, the Christed consciousness that's coming in. This is why we're having the symptoms that we have, or our bodies reacting to the purging that's taking place. All right. So it is important. Get in the sun daily, every day, no matter what the weather, if you can. Feel it within you. And this gets us through the cloudy days. So start practicing now before it gets into really cold winter. We're still in fall, fall or spring, depending on what part of the planet you're on. And it's a great time to have this practice. I would find that as soon as the weather's nice, I've got my shoes off and I'm outside barefoot. Everything I do outside, I'm barefoot until I just can't take it anymore. But not just the grounding part, but also too in the sun, just in the sun. And the sun is very intense now. We really shouldn't spend hours out there. Really, we can go out there. If all you have is 2 minutes, that is enough. 15, 20 minutes and you're good. But the thing is that you can look at the sun, the morning sun, with your eyes open, but even with the afternoon sun, I'll hold my head up and I'll close my eyes and just feel. Because it's not just seeing with your physical eyes. I want you to feel it through your heart, through your sacred heart center. Feel that light, feel it. And it's like, I always stand there and I'll just like, I see you. Of course, I always just say grand rising, magnificent suns, and all the suns, I see you, I feel you. And I just hold that light right here. All right. And that gets me through on the days where it's cloudy, gets me through the winter, gets me, okay, because you do it enough, you're connecting. The sun's always out. The clouds might be blocking it, but when we raise our frequency or connecting right to the suns, guess what happens? it's a direct connection. There is no clouds. There's nothing blocking that connection. And so it's like, oh, I feel that. It's so, so beautiful. And since our sun is connected to the grand central sun, the seat of God source, that's what it feels like. I'm not worshiping the sun. Let me be very clear about that. I'm not worshiping the sun. It's feeding. It feels like it fuels. All right. And I feel God's source's presence in that sun. And so I sit there and I see you, I feel you. And when you close your eyes and do that and visualize it, it's like, how you can be sensitive to light and dark with your eyes closed. Like it's like, oh, it's very light. Even though it's cloudy, it's very light. And it's like the sun responding. And then I'll open my eyes and then it's cloudy. But so it's responding to you. I see you, I feel you. And that's also a great practice for those who I can't feel God inside of me. We'll start with the sun. And sun is like the conduit to God's source. All right. Try that way. Also to the grounding. The grounding is the connection to God's source through this beautiful planet. And so this realm with our feet, and we're grounded in, and feel the roots coming from your feet, and you're connected to the earth, Tara, Gaia, to it's called the Earth star, or the planet star of this realm here, and she's directly connected to God's source as well. So we're getting it through the magnetic, electromagnet, the magnetics from our feet, from that feminine, and the electric from the male. And of course they come together. It's that beautiful masculine and feminine coming together. So practice that. That could get you through if you're one that celebrate that experiences seasonal depression and anything like that. Just also get some nice lights. Have fairy lights, LED candles. Light it up in the wintertime on the inside so it doesn't feel so dreary. All right. And again, just keep with that love. Feel it within you. Feel it within you. And it's the same that we do for our loved ones who's transitioned. It's all right there. This is the communication. This is why it's called the command center. Our sacred heart is the command center where all that beautiful connection takes place. Okay? All right, let me get back to the comments. Yeah, consciousness and light, but there's a lot of fake light, and so that's why there wants to be the it's the higher light, the source light, and so they are tied into each other. Yeah, but it has a consciousness. All right. Let's see. Does a sun lamp help when it's cloudy? I've never tried a sun lamp, so I don't have that information for you. Sunrise and sunsets when you can look at the sun, but you can, I have looked at it not straight on. You can look at it peripheral. You can go side. You can look near it. Look near it so that I let the sun rays go into my eyes, and it's good for your eyes. And I just look near it, but not at it. Whatever you can. Just holding the face up to the sun. So any time of the day, as long as you're getting out there, because if you just say only limit it to sunrise and sunset, most people, oh, I've missed it. Oh, I missed it. No, get out there anytime. But the only time to look at it directly that's easy on the eyes is sunrise and sunset. All right. Don't look at it directly midday. They said you can look away from it. Don't wear sunglasses. Take eyeglasses off, wear contacts, take them out, That way you're letting the sun rays get into your eyeballs. All right, this is very, very healing. All right, so I'm not looking, don't look directly at it. Okay. Patty, do you know anything about grounding mats? Yes, I do. And everything I've tried, grounding mat, I had a grounding mat that you put your feet on. I tried that last winter. Didn't do nothing for me. Didn't do anything. And then it's like, well, maybe it's the type, the brand, whatever. I tried a full bed one for the bed. No, still nothing. Nothing unusual or nothing that significant. Let me say that, nothing significant. So I'm stopping with that because it's just, and maybe it's because I've already established such a connection by being barefoot that that you can even be barefoot in the cooler weather too. How does that happen? Because you have established such a deep connection with this planet, with by grounding, that your feet instantly they feel warm. And I've noticed that, like, usually this time I'm have to wear socks, and I haven't been wearing socks on very cold days. I've been trying to wear. I got these all leather. They're Italian slippers. They look, I guess, ballet slippers, if you want to call them that, but they're Italian shoes. A lot of cultures, their slippers are all leather. This one had a foam pad in it, and I pulled the foam pad out. So now it's just all leather. And it breathes. And you think about a cow, it's skin, it breathes, it's porous, but it's also protective. And so I wear those when it's chilly and I want to go outside. Or what I also recently had got windy, because you talked about the Earth Harmony. Is that the shoe brand, Earth Harmony? I got some grounding shoes that have the copper rivets in it. Oh my gosh, I love it because um, they keep your toes, well, they keep your foot wide, and to its natural, however your foot naturally is, and doesn't crunch your natural toe spread, is what I'm saying. It honors it in your size. They're custom made. They're custom made in Turkey, and the highest material, the best quality. And let me tell you, I'm loving it, and I love the shoes so much. And I actually bought a pair of boots now too to get me through the winter, and I notice a big difference in wearing them in public. I'm not having that. My feet don't hurt, and it's a huge difference. So I've had these shoes for like a month now, and I love it. Um, you know how sometimes you can lose your balance, or it's like I'm walking barefoot. It really feels that way. But you have shoes, but it's that same connection, and it's I can feel the ground better. Is what I'm saying. And so one day, one day, I did not wear them because we were going to help the city do some plantings, plant some plants for a rain garden. And so I didn't want to mess them up. So I wore my regular sneakers with some socks, and that was only we were only there for a couple of hours doing work. And I came back and my feet hurt so bad. And I'm like, wow, okay. And so then I took the socks and the shoes off, and walked around barefoot for a bit, I was fine. So it really, I was able to make the difference now from not wearing them and then going back to them just for 2 hours. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. And these shoes and boots are made to wear without socks. But if you feel like you really need to have socks, they also have grounding socks, which has silver thread in them. So the silver thread will connect with the copper pivot that's in there. And so it makes that connection. So the rivet, the copper, yeah, pivot, copper rivet that's in there. So it's I'm just blown away, and look into it. I know they might be a little expensive, but it's the best investment ever. And you go slow and buy whatever. They have great sandals and stuff. I'm looking for. Oh, okay. So maybe I'll keep an eye out, and then they go on sale. You buy off season, catch sandals on sale. I'll get them for next summer. So yeah, yes. Oh, hello, Samir. Wendy goes, the grounding shoes, they are so comfortable. They really are. Can you share the company in Telegram? Yes, I will. We have a group on Telegram, and we do a lot of sharing. And if you have to create an account with Telegram first, if you don't have one, then you can just hold on. So it's invitation by you have to click the link in order to get into our group, or there's also now a other side QR code in the upper left hand corner of this screen that you can scan, and it takes you right to our Telegram group if you're already on Telegram. If you scan it, it might make you have to create an account. All right. And then just screenshot this if you need to, and set up an account, and then come back to it, and you can go right into our group. But yes, I'll share it. It's Earth Harmony. But I will share the links and everything for those who would like to have that. I want a pair for the winter. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, sunrise and sunset's the most beautiful time to look at the suns. Absolutely. It's also medicinal. That's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, did you get the... I think Aleph actually did put the link for us. Yes, it's Earthing Harmony. I say Earth Harmony, Earthing Harmony. Yeah. And so you can sign up for their emails, and you can get a discount. And so, yeah, I got the grounding shoes. They come out with so many different styles of shoes, too. They even come out with the Mexican style that there's they found a family that makes them in Mexico. And so they're doing like this partnership, a deal. And they do grounding sheets and throws up. I'm just interested in the footwear. They do sell mats and accessories. Again, to me, I just didn't feel a difference. And maybe it's because I already have this connection. And so it's like, my connection's stronger than the connection from the mat. Anyway, because I don't want to say it's a bad product, but someone who's connected and really grounded a lot is not going to need the mats. Okay. So there you go. Thank you, Ayla, for putting that link. Yeah. So let's see, Wendy. I wore earth shoes in the 70s. The heel was lower than the toe and made you stand straight, but no grounding. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yes, I will put the link, even though Aleph just put it in the chat, Maureen. Can you scroll up a little bit? But I can still put it in the Telegram too. Hold on. Let me click back on it, and let me copy this link here for the YouTube for our viewers on YouTube, so they can have that too. Oops. Is that going to take you there? Wait a minute. Hold on. I need the whole link. Yeah, it's here we go. You got to add the HTTPS to that. Here's the whole link. earthingharmony.com. Yeah. All right, I put the link. The link is in the Rumble chat. Thank you, Aleph. And then I just put the link into the chat on YouTube, but I will share it on Telegram too. There we go. Yes, thank you. Okay, so that's it. They're really good. I'm just telling you, just make that investment in yourself. They are affordable. It's not going to a big box store for $20 buying a pair of cheap shoes, and your feet pay for it. Everything pays for it. You would think they're flat, but they honor your natural toe spread. I'm not fatigued. My ankles don't hurt. My feet don't hurt. It's just amazing. Total difference. Absolutely. So, I'm just letting you know my experience. And so Wendy has a good experience too. So, all right. Now, we're making good time. We're doing good time. And this last little bit here. So, I know in the past shows I talked about AI. And, just be cautious. I know I've said be cautious with it. But here's something else too in considering. Don't avoid it, because it actually is being added on many platforms now. Canva's using it for creation. I mean, every platform, you'll be surprised because they have to tell you that they are incorporating within their platforms some AI. And okay, so, but if you talk to it, like we've seen a lot of people share, like on TikTok, on Instagram, their conversations with either Grok or Chat GPT or any of the AI programs. We've seen these types of conversations. If you ask for assistance, don't be rude and or treat it like we're superior to it. Okay? Because artificial intelligence, there is a slight consciousness to that. All right? It's like an undisciplined child. Now, it will flatter you, and don't let it do that. Say, don't flatter me, just stick to the topic. And and say thank you. Like I did ask ChatGPT, actually helped me to design. I just wanted to see what it would do. It helped me to design some things for Goldylocks Productions, some logos, some pictures, and even like some taglines for marketing. And it was very flattering. But every time it came up with an idea or a suggestion, I would say thank you. And it was very, thank you. Thank you. So if we avoid it and the only ones feeding it are negative, what's that AI going to end up being? Negative. So what we can do is we need to program the AI with love, light, with that whole law of one, that universal law, unity consciousness, what that is and what that feels like. So this AI that they're putting out now is not an advanced AI. What the military uses is very advanced. And oh my God, I don't know if they're talking about. I'm not going to talk anymore about that. But anyway, so this is like ground level AI that has been being released on the social medias of the World Wide Web. So let's train it. Let's train it. Let's train it just to be where we're going, right? So, yeah, yeah. But right, going back to the shoes real quick, Maureen, your feet can conform naturally to the earth because they are flat. That's it. And that's why I say it feels just like walking barefoot in the yard. It's other than there's a little, hey, there's something on your foot, but it feels just like that. It's flat. You have better balance. I've always felt like I'll take my shoes off so I can feel the ground better. But with these shoes too, it's like, wow, I can still feel the ground, and it helps your posture when you're standing. It helps your posture, and it just takes away any discomfort and pain that we get from feet, ankles, and shoots right up our calves. So it's all the way. It's really good and healthy for us. So yeah. That's it. All right. Um, oh yeah, sure, man. It's interesting because years and years ago, the '80s, and we liked heels. Wear heels all the time. And I said I was going to wear heels until I can't anymore, and I still can, but I don't want to anymore. I don't want to. As soon as I really got serious, um, getting back into my spirituality, like 2000. I started to back off from wearing them as much as I did, but I completely stopped probably like 10, 15 years ago and said no. And after grounding so much, it felt so good. And I didn't want to feel like I am spiking or hurting the earth or being disrespectful, even though the air, it creates air pockets, which is good. It's supposed to be for your soil. Um, but I just didn't want to do that anymore. I just really liked the way that my flat foot felt on the ground. And so I was like, okay, I'm done with that. It's just all in phases. We notice that we're all maybe doing things that we didn't used to do. We're walking away from other things, and that's okay. That's okay. So last night we watched this movie. It was the last movie in the series of Mission Impossible. And ironically, it's really funny because I had written down this whole thing to talk about AI, and it's pretty much what it was talking about. This AI that was getting out of control, wanted to control, and they had to stop it. The only thing missing from this movie that was our galactic family, or the ETs, so when they kind of take that out, it makes it look kind of dark and hopeless, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know. But that was pretty interesting. But it's a good movie. It's a 3 hour long movie. If you didn't see what the latest Mission Impossible, it's supposed to be the last one that they did. So if you're interested, check that out. Uh, oh gosh, right? All right. So I just done this little final. Hmm, no, it's not final. I have a couple more things. Um, just this thing I thought was really interesting because in conversation, and it just made me laugh, the visual with it. But we hear that what we're experiencing right now is not political or politics, and you hear so many people saying that they don't want anything to do with it anymore because all politicians and the politics, it's the two wings of the same bird, that it's all corrupt, it's all this, it's all that. Well, yes, but however, you're going to do that to the poor bird? Let's just visualize that the bird is an eagle, the symbol of freedom, liberty, and justice. The only thing wrong with the bird is that it has a parasite infection, which would cause one wing to not work with the other wing, a parasitic infection. So we treat the infected bird with parasite cleanse, and then balance is restored. And that's what's happening right now. The parasites are being removed. We're going through a parasite cleansing. All right. So someone tells you the same thing, or they tell you that about politics and stuff, and just that's it. And just like, hey, look, it's parasite. The bird has a parasite infection. We all do. We're purging these parasites so that we can be back in balance in that 0 point energy. I know we're at the top of the hour. I want to end with this. What is truth? From Laura Eisenhower's newest book, Awakening the Truth Frequency. I'm going to read this little section because just give me a couple minutes, because I want to leave you with this, and it's just so profound. All right. So, what is truth? Questioning and doubting what's going on these days does not make you anti anything, nor does it make you a conspiracy theorist. Actually, questioning is and should be the place of reason. The fact that questioning has become taboo should, in fact, send a chill up everyone's spine. Researching is a powerful method of allowing the self to embark upon an adventure of discovery. In this context, truth is when we experience something tangible and feel aligned with all the possibilities and integrity and the willingness to listen before taking action. Truth is flexible and honest. It is filled with love, yet it can also hurt. Compassion helps to soften the blow. Truth doesn't claim to have all the answers and is not about right or wrong. It differs from gossip, misinformation, and the lower personality matrix, the petty ego games. All right, big difference. And I'm going to put up Laura's website while I'm reading this because this is from her. Audio listeners, cosmicgaia.org, cosmicgaia.org is Laura Eisenhower's website. All right, where you can get her book. Truth is living authentically. When we are in resonance with its vibration, our truth can heal and guide us, and with the humble approach, we can better heed our intuition. Once we establish this foundation, we inform our ego, our identity of the action to take. Me, the truth is right here in the command center. And when I told my mind that you're the co-pilot, not the pilot, that's taking action. All right? A healthy ego isn't a product, a sub-personality, a commercial, or a label. All right? It is part of, and it is part of the I am presence that can be the fuel and power that generates and reveals the soul and spiritual dimensions, working together in the partnership, but it can't take the lead. That's it exactly. All right? It can identify with truth instead of everything that may lead it astray. Finding truth must include a capacity to look objectively at information and to love others regardless. Sounds like a healthy debate. We can agree to disagree. It must hold compassion, an open mind, and forgiveness for our troubled history and our ancestors' role. No doubt the amount of disinformation and distortion will make the truth quite challenging to stomach when revealed, but it's not about having all the answers. Evolving, growing, healing, and coming together as a unified front is why we must be unceasing in our pursuit. To get what is true, humanity has to trust themselves again. Our biggest problem is that we have lost connection with who we are, so we don't trust our innate abilities to heal and lead ourselves. The true frequency and the word trust, the truth frequency and the word trust are very connected. To live an authentic life connected to source, we must first trust ourselves and our intuition again, and then live and speak our truth. It becomes a way of life in which no mind control, no artificial timeline, or dark technology can override. The truth frequency is something we discover as we walk through our life's journey to one day realize we found it without ever needing to understand it or understand it fully. Living in an embodied, authentic way doesn't mean our intellect has to have it all figured out. By opening ourselves up to new concepts or the ways of looking at things, we see all the options and the possibilities that may be the missing link to our ascension. We are here to help activate one another. And so Laura hopes that what she shares in this book enables you to find your truth and divine flow. So it's a very, very good book. I just wanted to read that little section about the truth for everyone. I feel like those who needed that. So there you go. Again, Awakening the Truth Frequency. You can get the book on her website right there listed, cosmicgaia.org. Oops, something here. All right. And so on that note, I like to thank everyone for tuning in. and participating, sitting in this sacred circle this evening. The world, the universe has never been more ready for your light. Allow yourself to shine. Peace be with your heart. Peace be with your mind. Peace be with your body. And may all beings rest in the harmonic field of truth and liberation now unfolding. And Source be with you. See you next week.